All people of the surface knew of legendary Og, which flew above the clouds and out of sight, a perfect, flawless land of light. But though the tale was often told, passed down from generations old, no surface person living now had ever been beyond the clouds. Supposedly, one cannot know the truth of Og until they go to live there. When their body dies, their mind released to reach the skies. But Matthew Price, he could not wait to die to see the pearly gates, for Matthew's grandpa Pops was sick with sickness doctors couldn't fix.
Pops should go to Og alone.
Matt thought in Pops's old folks' home.
Why can't I climb to Og myself and meet with Pops in Ogden Hill?
So Matthew Price made up his mind to build a tower which would climb into the sky beyond the clouds, where he was told Og could be found.
You're crazy, Matthew.
Others said,
A crazy, silly, stupid head.
No surface folk can climb that high, not while their body's still alive.
But Matthew didn't listen, no, though building it was hard and slow.
If I just put the effort in, why shouldn't I see Pops again?
Despite what other people said, Matt built his tower overhead, until at last he reached the sky and waited till Og floated by. The leap was hard, his vision blurred. He made it, barely, when he heard,
"Oh, Jake, what are you doing near the edge of Og, way over here?"
Jake?
Matt asked, both shocked and bruised.
Who is that? I'm confused.
A woman, puzzled, pulled him clear.
"Why, Jacob is your name, my dear."
It's not.
Matt said.
I'm Matthew, see? As for your Jacob, I'm not he.
She frowned.
"You have a different name, yet you and he look just the same. But wait,
She wondered.
could it be? I think that you should follow me."
Unsure what else to do, he did, and followed as the woman did. At length they reached an upper floor. The woman pushed open a door and hailed whoever was within.
"Come, Jake, I found your surface twin."
Surface twin?
Matt asked.
But who?
When Jacob stepped full into view, a matching face stared back at his.
"Oh, wow.
Jake stated.
So he is."
The woman smiled.
"I'm pleased for you, at last united with your due. Now, Jacob, take your twin and go. To Matthew, you have much to show."
Hold on a minute.
Matthew said.
Explain all this to me instead.
Then Jacob frowned.
"Why, don't you know? Why else climb up from down below?"
I'm looking for my grandpa Pops, cause down below his heart I stopped. I heard that he should be here now, that's why I climb up from the ground.
"Your grandpa isn't here.
Jake said.
He's gone and flown up overhead. He passed through Og en route to we, for we's the place that he should be."
Then where is we, and who are you? And to see Pops, what must I do?
Matt asked, his mind wandering free.
"I'll tell you."
Jacob said.
"You see, all surface people have a twin who lives in Og and copies him. For what you think is what I do, we are related, me and you."
Related?
Matthew asked.
But how? I never met you up till now.
"Yet I've known you since we were born."
Jake said.
It's surface Ogite form, like Matthew 1 and Jacob 2, or Matthew think and Jacob do. When you think nicely in your head, then I'm nice up here.
Jacob said.
As for your pops, he has moved on. He met his Og twin and they've gone to we, which is the final place, the perfect world that's out in space.
I have to go there.
Matthew said.
We'll get there.
Jake said.
Use your head. If you just think it, I can do whatever things you want me to.
So Matthew thought.
To get this place, we need a rocket, won't we, Jake?
Then think it.
Jacob said.
And we will work together, you and me.
So Matthew focused really hard, while Jacob gathered many yards of wire, sheets of metal, glass, a rocket engine filled with gas, computer systems made it great, for now Jacob could navigate them safely from Og up to we, where Jacob knew that Pops would be.
It's finished.
Jacob cried at last.
We did it, and now we can blast away from Og and up to we. Impossible is nothing, see?
So Matt and Jacob climbed aboard, and in their rocket ship they soared beyond the sky and into space, to Pops's final resting place. Their landing wasn't very smooth. Their rocket ship no longer moved, but Matt and Jake, they didn't care. Despite all odds, they'd made it there. They stepped out of their rocket and, together, gazed across the land. The perfect, final land of we stretched farther than the eye could see. But we, it wasn't empty, no. Its people wandered to and fro, all dressed in white and glowing too.
Hey, look,
One said.
a think and do.
The bright-robed Weiites gathered round.
I do climb fully from the ground. How rare.
They marveled.
Who is he?
Mine,
A voice said.
mine, they're me.
A third face match pushed through the crowd.
Hey Matthew, Jacob, how you found your way to we is really great. I'm so excited, I can't wait.
Can't wait for what? And who are you?
The boy in question jumped and flew to stand beside them.
Can't you see? You're thinking do, and I'm B.
you can fly?
Jake asked bemused, while Matthew looked much more confused.
B.
Matt asked.
That's fine to say, but what does that mean anyway?
I'm Daniel.
He said.
Matt and Jake, I know you both, so can we take a walk as we three talk it through? There's somewhere I must take you to.
I guess.
Matt said, while Jake just laughed.
We may as well. Our rocket's trashed. So tell us, Dan, just what you do and where you plan to take us to.
Daniel grinned.
There's more to you than just to think or just to do. When you and I are kept apart, your brain and body without heart. And now we're heading off to see the one and only king of we. The rest of we is nice, I guess, but his house is the very best. That's why I'm so excited, see, because with you here, there's all of me. I couldn't go inside before. That's what we need each other for.
Is that where Pops is?
Matthew asked.
Indeed, he and his twins they pass into the wee king's house ahead, all three together.
Daniel said.
All three together?
Matthew asked.
You need all three parts just to pass into the wee king's house.
Dan said.
But triple groupings aren't widespread. To climb to Og is very tough. For you surface folk, work hard enough, and Og to we is tricky too. It's rare we see a thinking do.
You need us here then?
Matthew asked.
You need me also.
Daniel laughed.
We're here, so let's go see the king. I'm sure he'll answer everything.
Ahead they saw the giant gates, around which Weites stood in wait for their respective thinks and do's, that they might pass through those gates too. The boys approached, the gates swung wide, allowing them to pass inside, into the wee king's house ahead, where Dan had said that Pops was led. If we was nice, inside was grand, a brilliant, sunny, perfect land, and filled with every kind of fun and every joy for everyone. But unlike we, there were no crowds, for fewer people walked around.
Excuse me,
Dan asked one.
we're new. Can you explain what we should do?
The glowing Weite beckoned them. Matt squinted at his brightness when he recognized the glowing face.
It's Pops. I finally found the place.
You've done so well.
His grandpa said.
The king of we is just ahead. Go talk to him, for then you'll know what you should do and where to go.
But Pops, I came to meet with you.
Matt said.
This wee king, I've no clue just who he is or why I care. I come to wee because you were there.
You need to meet him, son.
Pop said.
He's in the chamber just ahead. He's more than other kings, you know.
He turned the doorknob.
In you go.
The room within was super bright.
I'm blinded. Someone get the light.
Jake shouted, and the lights were dimmed. The room felt friendlier within. The king appeared, so very tall, about 10 feet. He dwarfed them all.
I'm glad you made it, boys.
He said.
Most triples that I meet are dead.
Like Pops?
Matt asked. He smiled.
Indeed, but I'm Pop's friend, so I agreed to let you young ones into we, a place the living shouldn't be.
But we is awesome.
Jacob said.
Why can't we come here till we're dead? And what's this triple business too? How does be fit with think and do?
The triple is important, Jake. It's up to you and Matt to make your B-twin perfect while you live your surface life away from him. Then once you're dead and up in we, you will be one instead of three. I think you'll find it feels strange and hard to force yourself to change. All people come to we, you see, for humans die eventually. But we is very big, you know, and do determines where you'll go. So Matt, think good thoughts in your mind. Then Jacob will act good and kind. So Daniel will be good in we, and you can come to be with me.
He smiled and waved. The light grew bright, and when it faded, they were right back by the gate they'd entered through. Pops, Matt, and Jake, and Daniel too. The king was gone, and Matthew felt so sad he thought his heart might melt.
The king's the best. What must I do to stay here with the two of you?
Pop said.
You must return until your lifetime ends, and then you will unite and come to we to be with him and me eternally. Just be his friend and think of him and think good thoughts and don't be dim, but work hard and think properly till think and do are one with be. For now return to earth and Og, for those are places you belong. But Daniel, you stay here with me until you're one instead of three.
Then Pops pulled Matthew to one side.
My son, I've done my best and tried to teach you about triples, so remember them where you must go.
I will.
Matt said.
I won't forget. I'll think of Jake and Daniel yet. I'll think of you and the wee king too until I come to live with you.
Then Matthew was returned to earth, but now he lived knowing the worth of all the thoughts within his mind and made sure Jake and Dan were kind.